Okay guys, so not a traditional Minecraft upload today, but we're going to do a little bit of audio testing and messing around, just explore some more plans for the future, talk about some more plans for the future, and do a little bit of kind of off scenes or behind the cameras work on camera. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like. If you would like, you can comment or subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the video. Spam that button, feed those cows, make 'em love you round and round. Let's talk about trees, shall we? You can do lots of different things with trees, but how do you farm them? What kind of design do you want to grow your trees in? What kind of things do you want to get out of your trees? Do you want leaves? Do you want saplings? Do you just want plain old logs? Well, today we shall talk a little bit about what style farm you could build for what kind of yield you want. So right here we have a grouping of 2 dark oak trees, and they will grow right next to each other naturally. It wasn't forced or anything, no bone meal was involved, and they grow right next to each other. But the problem with growing trees like right next to each other is, as you can tell, compared to these 3 dark oak trees, you're not going to get as many leaves off of them. That's one sacrifice you may be willing to make if you were trying to get as many logs as possible in the least amount of time. You don't have to walk from tree to tree. All your trees are in one spot. You just gotta mine all that wood out. It works the same for regular oak trees. You can just grow them right next to each other, but again, you're going to sacrifice the amount of leaves that you get from those trees. However, if you want more leaves, then you might want to space them out. Right here I got them spaced out 5 blocks. That's going to allow for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leaf blocks to be placed in between each tree, which all these leaves here in between the trees would normally not be there. As you can see, there are no leaves in between any of these trees or any of those trees. So you're going to get more leaves and more saplings with this setup. Okay, do the same thing with oak, regular oak, and the same thing with birch. I have yet to test acacia wood or jungle wood, but I have a sneaking suspicion acacia is probably the only left, let alone type of tree, because its grow pattern is different or not similar to any other tree in the game. But the jungle wood and the spruce wood trees, the big ones anyway, they grow like this. And one thing that you can do to limit the growth of your trees, as many Minecrafters have done in the past and it still works today, is just put a little cap above your tree farm area, and it's basically to say, I don't want trees to be taller than this. It works for any tree in the game. Very useful, especially for like the really big trees, because they do have the potential to get really tall. Now, I wanted see, there's 3 different types of trees that are like around this height. Well, there's 2 you see here. These 2 are the same type of tree. That little bit up there was just leftover from an old tree. But these are exactly the same type of 2x2 spruce trees. And there's a third one that looks like a Christmas tree, which is the one I wanted to grow here, because this farm, I think I may need to space it out a little bit more, as well as space out the cap up top to get that tree to spawn in, because these guys, they do not like to be placed right next to each other. So if I were to place a tree here and probably here, it would probably never grow, because as you can tell, like, these leaves aren't overlapping. That's why it allowed them to grow. Same thing over here. The big spruce trees, they don't like to collide. They won't grow if there's something in the collision box. If there's another tree in the collision box, I should say, because no tree will grow if there's something in its collision box, unless you like force it with bone meal or do some other weird not real game mechanic kind of stuff. So yeah, the jungle trees and those spruce 2x2s, they won't do the same thing. Like, these are 2x2 oakwood. I mean dark oakwood. All dark oakwood trees are 2x2, and they will grow right next to each other. If I grab some spruce saplings, I don't have any bone meal, and I'm not sure if bone meal will force the tree to grow or not. But you can see if you put the spruce saplings right next to each other and try to get them to grow. Let's see, I don't know if I might just prove myself wrong with this bone meal thing. I don't know if it's gonna be enough. But okay, there's one. That's the one I wanted, the Christmas tree one. This one has like the most leaves out of all the tall, all the 2x2 spruce trees that aren't like ridiculously huge. This one is the best for leaves. At least that's what I've found. But now you can see there's leaf blocks and stuff in the way of this tree trying to grow. Oh, I did force it to grow. Okay, so bone meal will force them to grow. But I've sat for days waiting for them to grow naturally, and they wouldn't if there was stuff in the collision box, like if they tried to grow. But we'll leave that there, and we'll just continue to do a test just to make sure that I am actually giving you accurate information. We'll leave that for a couple days and come back. So we are getting a little bit of work done on the wheat field. There's a bit of a hole that I have died in too many times. Yeah, and as you can see, we've expanded the wheat field a good bit. It's going to cover all of this territory over here. I'm just going to pillar up above these trees here. I might do it over here. Get a high point, get a high vantage point. See if we can see what we can see. Try to talk about the lore behind this place a little bit. So if you're ever trying to quick place anything, like spam any kind of block on the ground, take your shield out of your hand. It makes it you will not be able to quick place with your shield equipped. Welcome to my land. This is all my land. This island is all mine. In there, that will be the native people of the spruce forest, who are yet to be named. Over there will be the great mining kings, who have yet to be named, except for the great mining kings. We don't know if that's going to be the real name. Just stick with it now. Over there is just free man's land, the nomad territories. This is the valley into this forested area. So there's not really any settlers there, but there is a lot of wildlife and all kinds of stuff. This is the path that I had entered this area. I came in here, camped out right here, you know, just whatever, and then I went into this village tried to be friends, tried to join them because I'm looking for a place to settle down, to build, to expand, to build a life for me and any future family members I may have, or friends, as I let the mobs spawn in. It's gonna get dangerous. But the villagers did not accept me. They wouldn't trade with me. They wouldn't help me. And they said, all that is the forest is ours. You may not enter the forest. Leave. They kicked me out. Jerks. And now I was back at my camp and I was like, you know what? Those jerks of the forest, I'll show them. I'll start industrializing, and I'll just keep building and building and building out here on this plateau that way until I start my own village, my own town, and we will compete with them, and we will take their trade away and harvest their resources and just, I don't know, it's not gonna be nice. I'm upset with them. And we're kind of scared of the mining people over there. There's some like different race of like dwarven golem that lives in the mountains over there. So as you can see, I'm just by myself. I'm sitting on this island with a grudge against the people of the forest who have yet to be named. And I'm making a giant wheat field so that I can sell my wheat, and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And the people of the forest will be forced to leave or fight me or something. But right now, we're very small. This is all survivor game, so it's gonna take a while before we get to that point where we're super industrialized and everything is automated and all that good stuff. Yeah, basic beginning Minecraft things going on right now. This part of the island right here that I'm outlining with my cursor is going to be gone, so there'll just be a giant lake there, which I think will look a lot cooler for the terrain here. And then this island is going to be my homestead. Right where this pillar is will be my house, which we'll talk about soon. I don't know if it's going to be in this episode or the next episode, because I'm not really... Whoa! We just learned something. Mobs spawn in groups. No, we learned that. That was in one of the old, I think it was 1.7 that came out, where mobs would spawn like that. It's great when you get like a group of creepers. No, it's not great. That was sarcasm. What? Oh. I thought, yeah. I was like, did one of those spiders despawn? That was close, guys. I told you it could get hairy up here. Anyway, let me finish this up before I get killed by a spider. Yep. This will be my area. My house will be here. This will be all farmland and wheat fields, as we've talked about before. All the tree farms will be cut down. That's just resource gathering, and I don't want to walk somewhere else to go get it. So I didn't make any permanent why did I look at you? Please tell me you can't teleport to where I'm at. Good. Anyway. Yes. And we will start building a rice paddy. Well, not rice paddy, but sugarcane paddy. I'm working on a design for that right now. And we'll have my house here, which will be shortly, if not this episode. I have the design built already, but I built it before I changed the texture pack over, so I'm not sure if I like it 100% now. And just gotta, get my materials together, and then we'll start that build. What is that? Is that a witch? What is that? It's an armored skeleton. man, or armored zombie or something. This game's starting to look a little weird. But anyway, I think that's all my tentative plans. And a little bit of the lore behind who I am. Yeah, but we need a name for myself, because I'm not Jake from the internet in this world. No, it's not good enough. Not good enough. This is make-believe. I'm a real person. I do not exist here. I just provide the content. I'm like the producer. Maybe my character will have an accent too, because I might be a southern traveling nomad farmer who decided to settle here on this island out of spite against the native forest people of the forest who are yet to be named, and the great mining kings of the mountain people who have yet to be named. Yeah. So, if you have any suggestions for names of stuff, my creativity has its limits. Oh, I hate little frick. Whoa! Oh my god. So, yeah. Crouch off the edge of a block. Endermen, they'll spawn up there. They will. They'll find that block that you just stepped off of, and they will spawn there. They will teleport there and knock you off the block. But yeah, we'll be back. So yeah, I died. Jerks. Gotta go get my stuff. Skeleton, I see you hiding under that tree. Select. Oh, that zombie took some of my armor. Did I get you? I figured that was gonna be a perfect trap. I thought I had the timing perfect on that. Still don't have it. So I was wrong about the trees. Well, I don't know. Like the middle one, I don't think that will ever grow now. But I don't know, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Like, if this tree, I think we messed up the test because we put we put two sets of trees to grow. We had this one and then that one had enough space to grow. But I don't think. We'll have to do another test after I get rid of all these zombies. Oh my gosh, I picked it up and I didn't mean to, but we just got some enchanted armor. Let's see what it is. Fire protection. Not the best. Whatever. It's iron though. It's nice-ish. Nice enough. Good enough for government work. I was originally going to have pressure plate here, 4 pressure plates, one with none, one with enough to do like level 10 enchantments, and level 20, and then like level 30 or something like that. I don't know what the increments are going to be exactly, but we'll figure it out to where you have 4 options. You can do like the lowest level enchantment, depending on what you want to do, or you can do 2 intermediates or full 30 level enchantment. So this will be like secret door access. We'll probably have something like that's spruce wood. Probably have something like oh my god, I just turned all that. Yeah, it'll be a secret door access. We'll probably have something like that. Or can't really tell. There'll be a door here for a closet. It just hasn't been finished, Closet it up. So, but yeah, we got our enchanting going on. I have not been able to get 30 levels to enchant anything, and I've probably died hundreds of times, but you know, got a little bit of a stockpile of weapons. I'm going to bring some armor stuff down here, bring some wood tools down here, just to when you're enchanting. Got to bring my lapis, but when you're enchanting, you want to have like some crap tools around just to filter out till you get the right enchantments that you want. But you also want to have a variety of different tools that take they can have different enchantments. So you want to have like swords and armor, and you want to put all of them in before you decide which enchantment you want to get, unless you get one that you know you're gonna want to keep. But then you can cycle through, like if you put a piece of armor in that you want to enchant and you don't get the enchantments you want, you know, try put a pick in, because that's going to get different enchantments the armor cannot get, and it's going to, you know, change the outcome of what enchantments are on your list here. And I can explain that a little bit more in detail for those of you who don't really know the new enchanting from 1.7. It's you know, you put a tool in. It's going to give you the levels of the enchantment. So I got a 0 enchantment, 1 enchantment, and an 8 enchantment, right? I can't get any of them, I don't think, because I'm level 6. Well, I can get them, but I don't have any lapis, so it's not going to let me get it. So you put your tool you want to enchant here, put your lapis right here in this spot, and then this is right here, it tells you how many levels it costs to do the enchantment. So if you have a level 30 enchantment, it's going to be down here always, and it's going to cost you 3 levels to do the highest level enchantment. See, it says level requirement 30. It says 30 down here because I thought it said 0. Sorry about that, but you won't get a level 0 enchantment because there's too many bookcases, and that's 11, not a 1. It's just kind of hard to see with this texture and graphic with this resource pack, I guess. Anyway, so right now it's giving me efficiency 2. You can see that. Unbreaking 1 is my 2nd level enchantment. My 3rd level 30 requirement enchantment is Unbreaking 3. Now if I wanted Unbreaking 3, I know I want Unbreaking 3. I just put it on that. Don't worry about it. But if I don't want that max level enchantment or any of the other ones, you know, I'll grab a piece of armor. Say, you know, I also wanted a pair of boots, and this is giving me Unbreaking 1, Fire Protection 1, and Unbreaking 3. So as you can see there, Fire Protection and Unbreaking 1 and Fire Protection, just Fire Protection is not applied to an iron pick. So we're still getting the Unbreaking 1 and Unbreaking 3, but we're also getting efficiency 2, which is, you know, those are tool specific and armor specific enchantments. Fire Protection is armor specific, efficiency is tool specific, and you know, that's why you want to check all the things you want to enchant for, you know, before you go ahead and do it, because you might say, you know, I could use some Unbreaking 3 things, but I also really wanted a sharpness 4 or sharpness 5 or something sword, you know, throw a sword in there, because you never know. Like, see, sharpness right there. You can get sharpness. Now, when I throw any other pick in here, it's not going to give me any different. So it's always going to be those 3 until I use it and put experience into it. Those enchantments will not change. So, you know, sorry. So the sword, always going to be Unbreaking 3, Sharpness 2, and Bane of Arthropods 1. My tools are always going to be this, and my armors are always going to be this. Now I don't know what, like a fishing rod, I could put a fishing rod in there, I could put a bow in there, and I could get different ones, but they're only going to be those 3 options until I go ahead and say, okay, this is the enchantment I want, and I spend the experience on it, and then I can get that enchanted tool. Once you've enchanted a tool, then you can do the whole process again, put your thing in, it'll give you different options, and you can cycle through all your different types of tools again, find the one you want, and go from there. But that's going to be probably one of the most efficient ways to do enchantments, because, you know, though you might, on your first try, you might throw something in here and be like, oh, sharpness, whatever, that's the best I can get on a sword, might as well just do it. You never know, like, you always need, you know, better enchanted stuff or more enchanted stuff, because you're gonna lose it. It's gonna break on accident, you know, burn in lava and die. All those, you know, horrible things that happen to you in Minecraft, and you're gonna need backups. So check your enchantments. Don't just say, okay, that's good enough, and take it. They give you the option now. They give you the ability to see what you're gonna get now. You might as well use it to the best of your ability. It's the planning and the prep work beforehand that gets you through it. Like Northern Lion says, well, I'm sure he wasn't the first one to say it, but a failure to plan is a plan to fail. And I agree.